Welcome guys to the Chris and Philly show. I'm Chris Billette and this is my wife, Philippa Billette, and we are on a mission to end burnout in entrepreneurial parents who have energy, gut, or mood issues. What are we talking about today, hon?
We are going live to talk about how to overcome burnout without Supps.
Sounds like a good one. If you guys are joining us, we've got our Instagram, we've got our Facebook group here,
our Parent Society.
Our Parent Society.
And then here
this is our Facebook group, Chris and Philly Functional Medicine.
So if we're not looking at you, it's because we're looking at someone else.
100%. Cool. Well, let us know in the comments if you are watching, and tell us if our audio is coming through loud and clear, if you can hear us okay. If you got any questions, punch them in as well. But thanks so much for joining us. Why should people listen to us? What's the point of our conversation today? Overcoming burnout without supplements.
Yeah, so burnout's pretty crappy. We both know, we've been there. We still have to keep the boundaries to remain out of burnout. But most people who are feeling burnout, they're feeling some sort of sickness, some sort of tiredness. So a lot of people are feeling fatigue, energy issues are dropping, they're feeling moody, irritable, maybe even anxious or depressed. Brain fog is a big part of burnout. And something that people don't think about or connect a health issue with burnout is gut issues. So a lot of people who are burnout also have a burnout gut, and that could show up as bloating, heartburn, diarrhea, constipation. It can sometimes even be no gut symptoms, but there's so much going on in your gut that it's affecting your energy and your mood.
Boom. Love it. And so what do people really want? What's their goal and aspiration?
Yeah, so we find that a lot of parents, especially those who own businesses or high achieving mums, dads, really want to have a body that is functioning as good as it can. So if having health, having a vibrant body, having more capacity so that you can do all the things that you want to do. We know you guys have big dreams and big hopes and big aspirations. And when your body's failing you, it's really hard to actually do those things. We also find that, especially parents, when their body's failing them, their relationships can start to fail as well. So whether it's your relationship with yourself, having poor connection, poor understanding of what your body needs, and also if you're showing up as a bit of a dragon mum or a zombie dad or vice versa, it can definitely cause a lot of contention within your family. So we help people to become more connected to themselves and to their family, and also to their sense of purpose and professional purpose in this world. Boom.
It's not just about popping pills. Hey, so a lot of people think, if only, Phil, can you give me a pill? Is there a supplement for that? Is there something that I can do? You've heard that before?
Yeah. So like a big part of functional medicine is we're doing the lab testing. We're finding out what imbalances are causing your burnout symptoms in the first place. And part of our toolkit is to use supplements. So our title for this live is a little bit of a, not an oxymoron. I don't know what that word is, but we do use Supps. We use very therapeutic, powerful ones. But if all you're doing is popping pills, you're not going to be able to overcome burnout, because the root causes of burnout goes further than just your body systems being out of balance. You have to look deeper, dig deeper, work out why you're actually sick in the first place.
I love it. And so sometimes people think that, so walking down the street, bang, you get like a gushing arterial slice, right? You catch it on something that slices arteries, like an artery slicing thing, and blood's gushing everywhere. Person walks by and they're like, "Hey, I see you bleeding out. Good news. Got a Band-Aid. It's a Barney the Dinosaur one. Hey, let's slap that right over that arterial bleed, and it won't solve anything, but I'll tell you what, it's Barney, so it'll make you feel better. See you later. And sometimes I feel like when I have that kind of analogy going in the back of my head when someone's like, give me a pill, give me a supplement. I'm just like, and I won't usually say this in that moment, but it's kind of like slapping a Band-Aid over an arterial bleed, right?
And a lot of people come to us because they're sick of the GP maybe just prescribing them a medication. And, you know, a lot of these medications, you know, can be life-saving, so we're not against that. But a lot of them are slapping a Band-Aid on. And so then sometimes people can use natural supplements in the same way. They're like, okay, I'm going to blog what I need, and that supplement's going to magically fix everything. And it's almost like you're just putting a Band-Aid on top of a Band-Aid rather than really getting to the root cause.
Stacks of Band-Aids. Let's stop that arterial bleed with piles of plasters. So and there's a study that there was terminal cancer patients, and we haven't had time and ability to punch out this study. So you've got the title. If you guys know it, punch it into the comments. But terminal cancer patients prescribed pills, and we're talking terminal cancer, right? So it's end of the road. And a significant number of patients, although this medication would actually solve, if not heal, their condition, significant number didn't take the pill. So guys, even if there was a pill, usually, studies show, usually people don't take the pill. And so there's a root cause and there's the human nature element of not even
doing the things.
Yeah. And I know for myself, sometimes taking pills is like another thing to do, right? I'm busy enough and I've got to go and do this. And Philly, you're awesome at this. You've got the routine down. But those of you who know me know that like just because I've been prescribed pills and supps doesn't mean I'm actually going to take the damn things, right? There's something even below the surface there. It's like, well, what's going on there?
In saying that, you're much better at doing the things that I'm not so good at
doing.
doing.
We kind of pair up.
We pair up. So Hippocrates, he's an old dude back in BC. He was alive.
Back in BC.
So Hippocrates, pretty famous. He said that it's not what manner of man. No, it's not what manner of disease a man has, but the type of man has the disease. I stuffed that up.
Butchered. Where's it?
Anyway, Chris is trying to put some music on. Oh, have you got it? Anyway, so basically, we want to get to the root cause of why you're burnt out in the first place. Not even what disease or condition you have, not even what imbalance you have in the body based on our lab testing, which is also really important. But what's even more important is getting to that root cause as to why you're burnt out in the first place.
And if we have a look at the history, if we have a look at the past and the trends that we've seen playing out in medicine and healing over human history, in ancient times, healers like Hippocrates learned to work with the body, not against it, learned to use behaviors and learn to use holistic medicine, looking at all elements, all facets of the lifestyle in order to help and to heal. It's only a recent and modern thing where we start to use drugs, where we start to use medicines, where we start to use things that manipulate the inside working of the human physiology and psychology. And that's a blessing. That's a great blessing. It's all designed to help us stay alive, in some instances thrive, but there's a different way. It's an ancient way combined with a modern way. We're going to look at all facets of life, all facets of behavior, the underlying root cause of why people do the things that they do repeatedly. And we're going to talk about our 6 power principles today and how we play that out using a modern, scientific, lab-based, functional medicine approach with ancient, natural, working with the body, not against the body principles. We're going to talk about that today.
Yeah, so our 6 power principles are the 6 areas that can cause burnout, but they're also the 6 areas that can heal burnout.
Oh,
And so they are...
double-edged sword.
So we've got the body, we've got thoughts and feelings, behavior, environment, lifestyle, and relationships.
Yeah.
And all of those things, if you miss any one of those principles, like honestly, you will not be able to heal your burnout.
Boom. Can you say that again?
If you miss any of these principles, you will not be able to overcome your burnout.
Yeah.
It's so important. And this is based on not just our combined 20 years in the health industry, working with over, thousands of clients, but also our mentors working with their thousands.
Speak into the mic, hun.
And thousands of clients. So,
That's better.
So we wanted to go over those 6 principles and do a little bit of a rapid fire, some tips that you can start applying today.
Yeah.
To help heal and recover from burnout. So if we talk about body number 1, now there's a bunch of supps that we can use to help heal body systems that are breaking down. But what are some non-supp things?
Non-supplement things for your body. Self-care is a big thing. And yes, sometimes we might, especially busy working mums, stereotypically might feel guilty for doing this, but rapid fire, some of the things that you can do today to help you to recover from your burnout is feel better in your body by going to sleep.
Yes, so important.
Maybe even having a nap. A 10-minute nap is shown to have a significant effect on your well-being and energy levels. Where the heck am I going to get a 10 to 15 minute nap? It's like, well, that probably is the actual real problem right there. Where am I actually going to get the time?
We'll talk about that one in a second.
We'll talk about that in a sec.
Yeah, but napping, I really believe though, when your body is functioning at full capacity, it's vibrant, you will not need a nap. Your energy will be so balanced throughout the day, but in those healing phases, napping, catching up on sleep debt, also optimizing your sleep. So looking at how your bedroom is set up, that's probably environment, but also, just making sure you're going to bed on time so that you're getting that restorative sleep. What about...
I got one more for body.
Oh, yeah.
Now this is
there's heaps. So we're trying to
give
you some little glimpses.
Let's give you one, and this is free cheap. It's on the free cheap side of things. So head on up to Kmart for $15, $20, maybe even $30 if you get a real Gucci smoochy one. Grab a foam roller. A foam roller is a great way for you to get a good stretch, good self-massage, and maybe you don't need a nap, but you're feeling stiff and tight and sore. Jumping onto a foam roller, rolling out your upper back. Stressed out, worn out people have a hunched upper back stereotypically. Getting onto a foam roller helps you to extend your upper back. It's a really nice way. You'll feel really good. Get a few big deep breaths in, extending yourself. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Let's go next one. Thoughts and feelings.
So thoughts and feelings. You're the guru in this
thoughts and
principle.
You know what? So are you. You're an expert. You're an expert at the way you think. You're an expert at the things that you think that might not be getting you where you want, but you're really good at doing the things that you don't really want to do. Let me explain that. So you can stick with me. There's 4 things. You can be unconsciously incompetent. You can be consciously incompetent, where you start realizing, oh my goodness, I'm doing a thing and I suck at it. You go up a level and you go to conscious competence. You're paying attention. You're constantly working on trying to be better at something. Then you go to the next one, state of flow, which is unconscious competence. The problem is though, like I bet you got dressed by yourself. You put on your own shoes today. Maybe it's Corona. You might be in lockdown, not wearing shoes.
Being your fluffy slippers.
Like fluffy slippers. You did all that by yourself. You're a big girl, big boy. Good job. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you're unconsciously really flipping good at. But it's not getting you to where you want to get to. It's not leading you to the lifestyle that you want. For example, are you a dragon parent? Are you constantly snapping at your kids? Good news is you're really good at that. You're really fantastic at being a dragon parent. You're excellent at that. You're constantly excelling at that. You're unconsciously competent at that. Now we flip the model. In order to not have that as an expertise, be consciously competent at being a dragon parent. Where are you being a dragon parent? Bring your your consciousness to every moment that you are being a dragon parent. Start recognizing those times, those places, those things that lead up to those moments. Then you go back a step and it's like, okay, cool. I'm now aware that I'm being a dragon parent. To improve, and remember we're flipping the model, to improve, I now try really hard to be consciously incompetent at being a dragon parent. So I'm trying to not do the things that a dragon parent does. So I'm applying the principles in reverse. And then after a while, I become unconsciously incompetent at being a dragon parent. I'm not even thinking about it, and I'm applying the principles of a power parent, not so much a dragon parent. So that's thoughts and feelings. And how can you do that? Oh, we got something for you at the end of this live. Stay tuned. Next one.
So principle number 3 is behavior.
Cool. That one before can so easily apply to behavior as well. But let's chunk it down into quick, easy steps.
Yeah.
There's so many things you got to do as a parent. That the dishes need to be done. Johnny, stop hitting your sister. And why are there more dishes? They got to be done now. And the lounge room's a mess. And Johnny, I told you, stop hitting your sister. And goodness gracious, here's an iPad. And there's just a bunch of things that you have to do, and you've got to juggle. The juggle is real, hey? And so with all of these things, having a really good way to balance the daily grind, the things that you just need to tick off every single day.
You're actually moving into lifestyle, to tell you the truth.
Oh, this is behaviors.
This is the thing. The principles all really interconnect.
No, this is 100% behaviors.
Okay,
it's like, what do you have to do?
Sometimes I have to reel this man in. You know, on some segues.
What do you mean sometimes? So what are the things you have to do today? What are the things on your to-do list? What are the things that are coming up for you today? Having a process that you can look at the things that are on your to-do list. It's like, okay, today I've got to do X, Y, Z, but still having a big picture view of, I actually want to make progress. I don't want to just have my head down and focus on these things here. I also want to be able to keep my head up and look in the future and do those things. So what are the things I need to do in order to make those big goals reality, come into reality and have happen? And what have I got to do today to put out the fires, to stop Johnny from hitting his sister?
So when I think about behavior too, though, I'm thinking about, well, what behaviors may I be doing that is causing my burnout? What behaviors do I need to do in order to then heal my burnout? So behavior is also about habits and what you're repetitively doing. So for me, I was repetitively just overdoing, which was causing my adrenal fatigue. I mean, there were lots of different causes, but it was preventing me to really get true healing. And it wasn't until I had that light bulb moment of I'm just doing too much. And, you know, I put boundaries around myself and stopped doing so much that I actually felt some really cool symptomatic improvements, and my body was able to heal. So behaviors could also be like, what do you repetitively eat? How do you repetitively move? Are you overtraining or are you too sedentary? Really every action that we do in our life, you really need to kind of just consider, is that preventing my healing? Is it causing my burnout? Are there things that like the grey or black spots that might be big issues for you?
A power parent is able to manipulate and bring into full mastery and control. Consciously and unconsciously, they're able to exude mastery, apply mastery in all the 6 principles. All of those things that we're talking about today, a power parent can do that. They can bring mastery into all facets of their life. All facets of their life. And so that's what we're talking about. When you identify things that you repeatedly do on a daily basis, it can create an environment for you to make healing possible or healing harder. what are the things that you're doing on a daily basis that are harming you or preventing or making healing harder? And what are the things that you need to do instead? That's behaviors.
Yeah. So the next one, number 4, is environment. So with environment, it's kind of like twofold. So one is your environment clean of nasty, toxic, dangerous stuff. So things like nasty chemicals in your skincare, cleaning products. We did a live on that on Tuesday. Is there mold in your house? Now, a lot of people connect to that mold can actually burn your body systems out and cause you to feel really icky. And also, like, are you reacting to dirty electricity, EMF? So all these things can create a toxic environment. On the other hand, too, environment is all about whether you have set your environment up for success. So that could look at, like, literally, what does your kitchen look like? What does your bedroom look like? What does your office look like? So if you can do some rapid fire, like, little tips that people can think about in terms of, like, their environment burning them out or helping them to heal. What?
I'm going to go, let's start with bedroom, right? One of the biggest things.
You're always wanting to talk about the bedroom, aren't you?
Hey, oi.
Just kidding.
I love blinds. Blinds. Speaking of blinds, is your bedroom more of a cave? Or is it more like a Las Vegas casino?
We do live in what I don't know if this is my thing, the light ages. We're not in the dark ages, we're in the light ages because we literally, like, almost have light around us 24/7, especially 24/7. If you live in the town and there's street lights outside. Lots of lightage. Yeah.
So is your bedroom more of a cave or is it like a Las Vegas casino? Interesting. Hey, good book. Let's do a book referral.
Chasing the Sun.
Chasing the Sun.
Amazing book.
It's a really good book,
really
and
good
it's
book.
really well written. You know those types of books that have a really good balance of science and history, but are told like a story. I really like that one. Geddes, is that who it is?
If you Google Chasing the Sun.
Yeah, Chasing the Sun. Dang it.
Really good book.
A really, really good book. Recommend it. Okay. Next up, lifestyle.
Lifestyle, yeah.
So lifestyle. This
Can I? And then you.
You go.
So when we say lifestyle, a lot of people start thinking about, like, are you eating well? Are you moving? Are you sleeping? We kind of categorize those things more in the behavior section. When we're talking about lifestyle, we're talking about
work-life
balance.
Yeah, family applications.
Yeah, and have you created a lifestyle that serves you or that you're a slave within?
Think about the archetypes. Do you guys know what archetypes is? Punch that into Google. Hey, Google, what is an archetype? Hey, Siri, what is an archetype? Oh, crap, my phone turned on. No, it didn't. Okay, so my phone literally just turned on. Where is that coming from? Where
just turned your phone on.
Where is Siri? No.
Sorry, guys.
My phone's my devices are going crazy.
Siri's talking to us.
I'm on a live person.
All right, lifestyle.
Okay.
So how could lifestyle be burning you out?
So what was I saying?
Work-life balance is a big one.
Balance is a big one.
Especially for people who own their own businesses. Now we're in
archetypes.
This.
I was talking about archetypes.
Oh, sorry. I'll keep talking. It's really hard, I find, as a business owner to clock off. Like, you don't have a 9-to-5 job.
As a business owner, it's really hard to clock off. So Philly's just now talking about the archetype of a business owner. Keep going.
And, there's always things to do, regardless of whether someone else is expecting you to do them or not. But there's always things you can create. There's always emails that you need to reply to. There's always stuff that you need to research. And it can be never ending. And sometimes if you love what you do, and I love what I do, I absolutely love what I do. I find so much joy in it.
There's a blur.
It can be hard to switch off.
Yeah.
And then...
That's an archetypal disorder.
Yeah. And so that comes back into the behavior of addicted doing and, maybe even environment. Am I in front of screens too long? Do I need to switch off and get out into nature? Then it's going to start affecting relationships. Now I'm feeling guilty because I'm spending more time with my work, my clients, my partners rather than spending time with my children who I believe I love them the most. So, and so then you can get really burnt out emotionally, but also just physically too. A lot of people, I prioritize sleep as my highest value. So I go to sleep on time. But for some people, it's like, oh, I need to meet this deadline or I need to do this thing. And you can start not sleeping.
Let's go rapid fire. So here's some things that you can do in order to bring your lifestyle under control and into mastery. What kind of archetype do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be remembered as? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the archetype of a martyr? Somebody who literally gives their life for the benefit or the cause, for my children. I'm ready to lay down my life for them. Or do you want to be the archetype of I am an entrepreneur and I am going to work my butt off? Or do you want to have some sort of hybrid combination of that? When you don't consciously think of these things and bring a plan to this, you're letting other people, other forces manipulate your lifestyle rather than you bringing it into mastery and control. So step one, what do you want your life to look like? When I was a little boy, I used to draw pictures of my favorite superhero. My superhero would be bulletproof, fast, and like could fly and shoot laser beams and was really strong and all that sort of stuff. So it's like that was my little boy archetype of my hero. But if you were the hero, if you could have superpowers, like a real superpowers, maybe not like laser beams or blah, 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 unless you can do that, what would you want to do? Do you want to be able to show up as an entrepreneur between this time and this time, and then show up as a mum between this time and this time, and show up as a loving partner at this time and this time? It's like, these are all your attributes. They're your descriptions. It's like, this is how you're going to show up in the world, carve out your lifestyle consciously and on purpose and masterfully.
Awesome. So last principle is relationships. And this is two or maybe threefold. So relationships, first and foremost, I always say
with yourself,
with myself, is that you cannot pour from an empty cup. So first of all, you need to have a good relationship with yourself, and you need to be putting yourself first, because if you're not putting yourself first, you're not able to show up as the best parent,
the best version of yourself,
the best business owner, and then you're not going to get very fast. So this is a lot of mums, when I tell them this, find that this is like really bizarre, but if we're having a bit of a crazy night and the kids are going crazy and, maybe I've been working or we've been out and about and it's taking a while to get dinner ready and, it's very chaotic, I will sit, and if I'm feeling very hangry and a bit blood sugary, I will sit down and eat my dinner first, or at least start eating my dinner first, and then I'll call my kids over, because I know that I'm going to be a better mum and more patient and more loving with them to get them to eat the good foods. If I've literally filled my body up first.
Yeah.
That's just kind of one example of how you can
show up as the best version for yourself
by putting yourself first. And it's not selfish. Like I really don't believe that is a selfish act. It's so that I can then show up as a better mum for my kids.
It's the oxygen mask on the airplane analogy. When you are in the unlikely event of an emergency, let's switch that. In the very likely event of an emergency in your home, in your household, make sure you fit your own oxygen mask first. Make sure you take care of yourself first. Thus, having the ability and the consciousness and to be able to take care of your kids, show up as the best version for yourself, have a loving relationship with your partner, and be a more present and connected power parent rather than being a dragon or a zombie.
Yeah.
crashed out on the couch, snapping their poor little heads off with rah-rahs instead of la-las.
Yeah. So putting yourself first, being a bit not selfish, but giving yourself self-care.
Yeah.
And then also like having, so relationships go beyond you. So making sure that your relationships aren't toxic and aren't burning you out, and
they're working for you, not against you.
And then healing your relationships as well. And a lot of that really comes when you start healing yourself. Like it's so much easier to be a kind of parent, kind of partner, a more productive, more inspiring business owner, like a happier worker. But then, you know, if those walls have been up for a really long time, then there are some things that you need to do to start connecting with those that you love most.
All right. Tip. What are we up to? Next tip is to look at the 5 love languages. I love the 5 love languages as kind of a base model. What do you like and what resonates most with you? How do you enjoy receiving and giving love? And how does your partner enjoy and give love? And how do your kids as well? And then you can step it out even further, because you guys who we talk to mostly business owners, but who are parents, like business owners also deal with clients. What's the love languages of your clients? What's the love languages of your clients' families? Let's spread it out. What's the love languages of your clients' kids? What's the love languages of everybody that you know, your neighbor? When you start to get to know like how people, and I'm not talking about romance or sexual kind of things when I talk about love, like that's part, but you know, it's maybe just a meaningful conversation or spending some meaningful time with somebody is more important than giving them a hug. You know, what's most important for them? Finding that out and doing those things is going to help you to have a better relationship.
Awesome.
I feel like we've given some really good tips today.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for joining in. We are Chris and Philly, functional medicine and...
before you sign off though, we do have...
we have to do something.
If you missed our live web class yesterday, so this is via Zoom. So Zoom is a beautiful way that we can actually see you, we can talk to you, we can connect to you. Our web class yesterday was awesome. There were actually times when we were all crying, not just Chris.
We had fun, yeah.
And then, you know, and so we loved that. And due to popular demand, for some
people that
couldn't meet yesterday in live, we're going to hold another web class tonight at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who live in another country other than Australia, look up what that means to you. But you can jump on the link. We'll put it down below. Jump on and register for that.
Yeah. And we also have, I'm sure that you've probably been seeing a gazillion social media posts and emails from us this week. We promise we'll go back to our usual, like just daily or weekly email next week. But we do have 2 days left of our launch of Power Parent project. So if you've been sitting on the sideline, you're wanting to learn a bit more about that, jump onto the web class tonight. We will really go into a lot of this in more detail.
Don't get left behind.
Don't get left behind. And also, if you have attended our web class, you've been reading all our material, you're like, sign me up. You've got 2 days to do that.
Yeah,
so,
and it's just too late. We need to move on. We want to work with the people who are getting started, and we don't have a lot of capacity to help people. We've got a very limited number, so don't miss out. If you're burnt out, if you've got energy, mood, or gut issues, and you've got a business and you're a parent, and all this sounds like yeah, that's me. If now's the right time with everything that's going on in your life, jump on our web class. Let's do this. Let's make some changes and let us help you. Like, it's ridiculous. We know we can help with those specific issues. And if that sounds like you, honestly, we would love to have you there, because this world needs you. All right. Take good care, guys. Signing off.